Morning.
Yes.
All right, we're ramping up. And good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of the virtual Roundhouse, brought to you by the New Mexico Chamber of Commerce, the Santa Fe Chamber of Commerce, and the New Mexico Hospitality Association. My name is Kathy Comal. I'm the CEO for the New Mexico Hospitality Association, and it's my pleasure to be here this morning and to get to have a chance to listen to some great presentations, to participate in our favorite part of every Tuesday, which is the Small Business Development Center's award ceremonies for small businesses, and also learn quite a bit this morning about what's going on during the legislative session around a number of issues. So before we get started, I just want to take a moment, as always, to say thank you to P&M for being the corporate sponsor of this platform that we're using and for sponsoring the main stage so that we can continue to bring you important issues and to highlight great stories from around New Mexico every week. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and turn it over to Juliana Barbie with the Small Business Development Center, because I know we have a full morning of Star Awards and great information about all the great work that SBDC is doing around the state. So Juliana, it's all you.
Thank you so much, Kathy. Good morning. Again, I am Juliana Barbie. I'm the director of the Small Business Development Center at Northern New Mexico College. And on behalf of our executive state director, Russell Ryrick, and our entire New Mexico's SBDC network, I would like to welcome all of you to our virtual Roundhouse New Mexico SBDC Star Business of the Year recognition. New Mexico Small Business Development Center network is recognizing our state's successful job creators. And for over 30 years, the New Mexico SBDC network helps businesses get started, grow, create jobs, access capital, grow sales, and prosper. The SBDC is your local, national, and global business resource, and we offer no-cost business consulting and training. SBDCs are hosted at colleges across the country, and we're funded in part by the United States Congress, through a partnership with the U.S. Small Business Administration and by our New Mexico State Legislature. We are an accredited member of the National America's Small Business Development Center Network, and we have a network of certified business experts ready to help you in all areas of business development. The New Mexico SBDC recognizes star businesses each year that have made a positive economic impact in our state by creating profitable jobs. Star businesses also demonstrate business growth, innovative job creation, and the commitment to investing in our state. Our SBDC business experts' entrepreneurial spirit inspires the business owners to see new opportunities, embrace this COVID challenge we're in, be innovative, and reimagine their business better. Our outstanding star businesses we are recognizing contribute to our economy, and they are our job creators. Today, I'd like to just welcome our guests that we have here today. And on screen, I'd like to introduce Mr. Stephen Wells, President of New Mexico Institute Mining and Technology. And I would also like to talk a little bit about our introduction that we have here. In 2020, the New Mexico Institute of Mining Technology teamed up with the New Mexico Small Business Development Center Network, and through a signed cooperative agreement, the Technology Commercialization Accelerator emerged to provide unique support for New Mexico entrepreneurs, thinkers, and innovators. And then representing the new TCA in Socorro is Stephanie Rawlings. Stephanie, if you can wave to everyone, who is helping businesses find new ways and innovative ways to products to market. We also have Ms. Adrienne Gallegos. She's Associate Director of the State for the New Mexico's SBDC network. And we also have Dr. Peter Anselmo, Director of the Office of Innovation Commercialization at New Mexico Institute of Mining and Technology. And right now, I'd like to hand it over to Dr. Stephen Wells, President of New Mexico Institute of Mining and Technology. Thank you, Dr. Wells, for joining us today.
Thank you, Juliana, and to all those watching. It's a real pleasure to be here. And thank you for the opportunity, as this is our first participation in the New Mexico Small Business Development Center Network, and we're very honored to be part of that family that really helps move the state forward in assisting and supporting small business development in New Mexico. I think it's only fitting that New Mexico Tech is home to the NMSBDC's Technology Commercialization Accelerator, given the direction we've taken in the past 4 years. In 2017, New Mexico Tech took some bold steps to leverage our world-class innovation and research to create a campus-wide culture of entrepreneurialism, benefiting the university, community, our rural community, and Socorro and the broader state. Our new brand here at New Mexico Tech is STEM to the E squared, and the E squared is both engineering and entrepreneurialism. And we encompass this brand by having an entrepreneurial club for our students, the Office of Innovation Commercialization, and the Inventors and Entrepreneurs Workshop. So we look forward to ensuring that the Technology Commercialization Accelerator helps those businesses and individuals move forward, creating what I would like to call a knowledge-based economy in the land of Chapman. So it's my pleasure now to introduce Dr. Peter Anselmo, who's the former executive director of the Office of Innovation Commercialization. He's now the director of new ventures for the New Mexico Tech's University Research Park Corporation. Peter's not only been my right-hand person, but a major catalyst in transforming our university into an entrepreneurial campus, and it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Anselmo.
Dr. Anselmo, can you mute your mic, please?
Unmute.
Your mics, we can't. At the bottom, if you can just press the tab on your mic until the red line goes away. That way you can unmute your mic. Doctor, we cannot hear you yet. Okay, I'm getting a little message that it might be his mic. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to Adrian Gallegos, Associate State Director of New Mexico Development Center. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Juliana. You can hear me, correct? Perfect. Well, Dr. Anselmo, as soon as we get him on, just let me know so I can pass the stage back over to him. But thank you, Dr. Wells. It's a pleasure to be here with you all this morning and sharing in the announcement of the Technology Commercialization Accelerator at New Mexico Tech. As it's been mentioned, this project is part of the New Mexico Small Business Development Center network. The NMSBDC is a statewide program which serves existing businesses in New Mexico by providing no-cost assistance, counseling, and training via, obviously, our network, which includes 18 service centers hosted by public higher education institutions, 6 procurement technical assistance centers, the International Business Accelerator in Santa Teresa, and now the Technology Commercialization Accelerator at New Mexico Tech in Socorro, which is super exciting. So thank you so much for hosting us, Dr. Wells. Of course, we also assist entrepreneurs hoping to start businesses, are likewise assisted. As a federal program that also receives state funding, we are a primary program designed to help small businesses start, grow, and stay in business. So we stay up to date on available federal and state local financial assistance in order to provide counseling and training. This concept and partnership with New Mexico Tech has been discussed in the past. I think Dr. Wells was talking about they kind of changed what they're doing in 2017, but it never really came to fruition until Dr. Anselmo and our office, we just sat down one afternoon. We talked about it. Dr. Anselmo made a few phone calls, called Dr. Wells, and just made it happen. And so when Dr. Wells was joking backstage about being an an institution with higher technology and all of these things. It was just really amazing how we just used the phone to make this happen. So and again, as Dr. Wells says, it was a natural and obvious fit for our program, given our initiative in our federal Small Business Development Center grant. And as much as I do not like reading directly from a document, especially a government document, as you guys can probably imagine, I'm going to read 4 or 5 lines from our grant that really shows and outlines how partnering with New Mexico Tech is a perfect fit. So it says, working through existing networks and developing new networks that encourage partnerships. This is between the small businesses and academic communities to help commercialize university-based research and development and introduce university-based engineers and scientists to their counterparts in small technology-based firms. Tell me, who after reading that wouldn't say, call Dr. Wells and Dr. Anselmo at New Mexico Tech? So with that, I'd like to turn over the program to our director of the accelerator, and that's Ms. Stephanie Rawls. Thank you.
Thank you. My name's Stephanie Rawlings, and I'm here at Commercialization Accelerator here in Socorro, New Mexico. And I want to see if we can bring in Dr. Anselmo before I wrap up everything. Can you go ahead? Can you speak? Oh, no. Unmute yourself. Okay, I will continue on with mine. I want to thank Dr. Stephen Wells, Dr. Peter Anselmo, Adrian Gallegos, and Juliana for bringing us together to this virtual Roundhouse on this March day in New Mexico. Like our New Mexico Small Development Centers, network partners across New Mexico, we provide no-cost counseling to clients through New Mexico. But the difference we offer is counseling regarding intellectual property. And intellectual property has to do with patents, trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets. We educate and expose our clients to intellectual property. We provide education on the process of registering intellectual property. One of the main ideas that we emphasize is that they need to make sure that we emphasize in patents is that we need to make sure that their idea is novel, useful, and it hasn't been protected by anybody else, which would be infringing on somebody's idea. We try to provide education, and we recommend that our clients seek legal advice, as we are not lawyers. We serve the residents of New Mexico, and we have provided counseling in many of our counties. We have clients in Curry, Mora, San Miguel, Santa Fe, Valencia, Doña Ana, San Juan, Bernalillo, Taos, Gallup, and Socorro. Our clients are existing businesses looking to register their trademarks for goods and services. We have inventors and entrepreneurs looking to see if their ideas are protectable. We provide free confidential counseling services to clients during the stages of their idea. They may be having a new idea, they may be prototyping, they're in the prototyping stage, they may be testing their idea, or they may be looking to move their product to market. We have some of our clients working with the New Mexico Small Business Assistance Program. And we have several of our clients also moving their product to market. More than half of our clients have applied or have existing intellectual property in the form of patents, trademarks, copyrights, and we even have some with trade secrets. So that's been real interesting. We try to educate and empower them to learn as much as possible about what they can do to protect their intellectual property. In the past, we have provided training and we have partnered with the New Mexico Tech Cybersecurity Center of Excellence to provide cybersecurity training to the New Mexico Small Business Development Network and to the New Mexico businesses. These workshops were well received. This next month, we will be offering intellectual property workshops through the New Mexico Small Business Development Center. We have partnered with the PTRC, which stands for Patent Trademark Resource Center at New Mexico State, to provide webinars on patent and trademark searching in the United States patent and trademark databases. These workshops are open to the New Mexico residents, businesses, students, STEM students, or anyone that is interested in intellectual property. In April, we plan to offer classes and celebrate World Intellectual Property Day on April 26th. So we are working on that. We continue to provide no-cost confidential counseling to our New Mexico residents to help them move forward with their idea. At the Office of Innovation Commercialization at New Mexico Tech, they have an existing database filled with 128 different countries' patents. And so this allows us to use, to do worldwide patent searching or prior art searching. And then this database is also used by the New Mexico Tech students, which has been very good for their patent searches. Once again, I would like to thank all of you, Dr. Wells, Dr. Peter Anselmo, Adrian Gallegos, and Juliana, for bringing us to this virtual webinar. And once again, everybody is welcome to attend those webinars that we have. And if you need to contact us, you can reach us at the New Mexico Small Business Development Organization website. And thank you.
I just thank you so much, Stephanie. It is really great to hear. This is such an amazing resource for everyone to really take advantage of. It's no cost, because through this partnership, we're offering no-cost consulting. And it's really important to protect those ideas that are out there, especially in everything that's going on in cybersecurity, ideas that are getting stolen. So anyone out there that has an idea, needs a patent, need a trademark, trade secrets, cyber, and also copyrights, please go ahead and definitely call our New Mexico Technology Commercialization Accelerator. I would like to give another, I'm not sure if Dr. Peter Anselmo, is your mic working before I leave? I just wanted to make sure to give you an opportunity to see if your mic is working. Let me, okay, I don't think we can hear you. President Stephen Wells, is there anything you would like to add?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. We're very excited about not only where we're going with tech, but with the Small Business Development Center and the state of New Mexico. Thanks all of you. We're going to see some big changes in the next few years. Thank you very much.
Okay, and also Adrian, would you like to add anything? We can't hear you.
Now can you?
There you go. Yes,
Okay,
yes, we can.
I thank you, Dr. Wells. We're excited for the partnership. Thank you for hosting the program. Dr. Anselmo, I was so looking forward to hearing you, but hopefully next time. We have a couple more times we can be on, so maybe we'll bring you back. Thank you, Steffi. You're doing a great job there. And everybody, as Juliana said, if you have any kind of technology questions, please consult the nmsbdc.org website, and you can find all of Stephanie's information about the program. Thank you all so much. We appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you.
And thank you to all of you again. It's just really great to have this program, especially in this time and period that we're going through. with the COVID challenge. So thank you to Mexico Institute of Mining and Technology. And so as you guys start and step out, I would like to introduce our next group coming up. So please, with this group, if you can just press your leave, you will leave so other people can hop on at this time. And again, thank you for joining our New Mexico Small Business Development Center network today, where we are highlighting some star businesses from across our state. And while I get some other people, our group, next group that's going to be hopping on stage, they are from Farmington, New Mexico. And so shortly we should have Farmington, New Mexico on, and we will be honoring the Chili Pod, who's the owner there is Monica Schultz. And so hopefully shortly we will have some people joining me in a few minutes to see if we can get Farmington on there. Let me just see what's going on. Because they're having a little trouble getting on in the backstage. So while we're getting them on board, as you know, they're right now with, we've just really got to embrace the challenge of that COVID has brought. And it's been amazing that during this time, there are people and businesses out there that are making some drastic changes. And some of these this has made everybody just made priorities just come to the surface. And with those priorities coming to the surface, we have found new opportunities, we have found new markets, we have found new partners, especially in our hometown, that maybe we didn't even see before. So businesses that are really struggling out there, call the SBDC and we'll help you find you some opportunities to be innovative and to just find new opportunities. And here I do see the Chili Pod. I do see Monica that is coming on board. So it looks like everybody's coming. We'll wait for their audio to get on. And so it is really
the one that says
really,
support group, yeah.
really honor everyone. We do have, this is also Jorge Martinez from Farmington, Mexico. She's our SBC director in Farmington. And also, I know we're supposed to have our president of college who will be joining us.
Hello,
okay, so
how are you?
Hi. So Coleman, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you so you can introduce your client. Monica, go ahead, Carmen.
Okay. So I first met Monica 5 years when she came in with an idea for a franchise business. That changed over time. In the last 5 years, I've come to learn that she's not afraid to ask questions when she has a problem, to dive in and attack it. That is a rare quality in a business owner, and she's gone far because she's not afraid to explore her options and to learn before she does the hard work of solving a problem. Monica started from scratch with an award-winning chili recipe and a desire to succeed. That's why I'm happy to introduce Monica Schultz, the owner of downtown Farmington's favorite restaurant, the Chili Pod. Once she got going, people kept coming in, and today we're working on helping Monica expand the business and take it to the next level.
Okay, Dr. Pendergrass, you have joined us. I'd like to welcome you to our forum today. And before we go to Monica, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I'm just honored to be here, and thank you so much for inviting us to share the work that we have been doing with the Small Business Development Center and a very successful business in our community, the Chili Pod. So I'm excited for you to hear about the great work that the Chili Pod has been doing in collaboration with our Small Business Development Center.
Okay, so thank you so much. And we would like to celebrate Monica today, and congratulations, Monica. And
Thank
so
you.
would you like to, how are you doing today? I just want to say congratulations on behalf of the New Mexico Small Business Development Center, especially during this time with all your success. Can you tell us a little bit about the chili pod and how you got started and where you are today?
I certainly would love to. First of all, it's an honor to be here, and thank you so much. You know, we're a small family business, and we've been able to work together and build surprisingly and very fortunate, successful business here in downtown Farmington. And you know, we represent that with the help of the Small Business Development Center here at San Juan College. And I originally went to Carmen and asked her advice on how to open this small franchise, and that didn't pan out, but it did. And this created this beginning of our relationship. But with her help and guidance, I was able to start the chili pot, and it started out with a family affair where we wanted a local chili cook-off, and we ended up building here in downtown Farmington, and we opened Chili Pod on March 3rd, 2016, 5 years ago tomorrow. So we were sitting here. We won People's Choice at that competition 4 years in a row for our red chili. And you can find green chili in a lot of places. Red chili is a little bit harder to find, so that's kind of where we think that we got it, got people to come back, and it's been an experience. Over last year, we started with road construction. They closed the main street here in downtown Farmington, and so it impacted us deeply, and then the pandemic hit. So that the road closed January 6th, and then in March we had the pandemic start. So we are very grateful here today. We're grateful that we survived this weekend, the reopening. You know, it's been up and down the transition from opening, closing to go 25%, 40%. Everything has created its own challenges, and we just tackle it with a positive attitude and just perform. And really though, here at Business Development Center has just helped me so much. She calls me and checks me. I can call her for any type of resource. And
Again, just
What's your support?
go forward so we can hear you better.
You have a support tab open?
Can you close out your tab? Close your support
tab. Yeah.
that one?
That one?
Mm-hmm. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
That's better.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you might have another tab. You might have another tab. Just leave your backspace open and then close the others. We're getting some feedback.
And I think there might be feedback from Carmen's because it keeps highlighting yours, Karen.
I'm at the restaurant. Maybe there's background noise. Could that possibly be it?
Yeah, I'm on mute.
So Monica, you were also telling us during the pandemic what just then during that time. And how did you overcome that?
You know, there was so many. First off, every change mandate, we had to completely remodel our floor plan. And so when we were sitting outside, you know, we had a lot of track. You know, inside and outside, we became construction workers, putting up tents, taking down tents. I learned how to tie a knot to secure sandbags to my tent. So there was just a lot of different challenges, you know, that we had to, we just became different people every day. There was a running joke in the restaurant that was, what hoops are we going to have to jump through today in order to survive? But we're still here, and our hardest was this weekend. And we're grateful to have all that support and all that business, but whoo, it was a lot. But we're just so happy that we're still here, and you know, thankfully Carmen's helped me a lot. We have outgrown our space in our kitchen, And so we're working on that next level, hopefully to expand and continue growing.
Wow, that's amazing. I know you mentioned we had a little bit of feedback, but I want you had talked a little bit about that it was really important, especially now, to have a positive attitude. And I know business owners have a choice now. You can have a positive attitude or a negative. Can you tell me how that helped boost the morale of your employees, and how did that help you to just have that positive attitude?
Well, a lot of times as a business owner, you can't control some of the elements or things that are going on around you, but you can control your own outlook. And there's times where I can see my employees when we're really slow. I can see the pressure on them and their emotions based on, they're not making any money. There's a possibility of being laid off. And I just have to come in and just try to get them to be in a better mindset and a better attitude, because maybe they have less people in here, but then they can do better per person, because they've changed their the way that they're viewing them. Instead of saying we're only getting 25% of customers in here, they can give great service to those 25% and end up better off. And so that's what I do. Sometimes I just put my emotions and my fears and my feelings aside, and I just try to upbuild, the people that are working for me.
Well, that's amazing, because it really does help across the board. What advice would you give anyone right now, especially because it's the chili pot. It's been one of the most challenging times that we've overcome. What advice would you give to another business?
What I've seen is just we've been affected by just decisions all over by this virus, by the road construction. It was really hard to look at that road construction and see beyond those 6 months, but we did, and now we have this great, beautiful space. It was worth, the downtime and the effort that was done to do it. And so if you just approach it and look at it positively, we actually had an upturn through that. We were about 15% higher in sales, and it's because we chose to just advertise, work on quality and work on service, and people came through those hard, parking situations and different areas, and they supported us, even though they have to go through that to get here. So we're just really grateful. It's, you just got to do what you have to do.
Yes. And you mentioned some really important things. I mean, you're also upskilling, and during that downtime, you actually got to work, and you actually came out better on the other side, it seems.
We feel that we did. We're stronger for it. We learned resilience. We learned our strengths, and we learned that we're not defined by, anything around us, that we create our own opportunity and our own success. And thankfully, we reached out and we found supportive, help out there, like Carmen with the Small Business Development Center. Without it, we wouldn't have had as many access to as many things out there. Every new everything that came up, she would call me, or I could call her for, like, how do I do this? How do I approach that? And so those tools really helped us.
So thank you. We just want to say congratulations to you, Monica, for really a job well done. And I think your attitude today, and if everyone just does a takeaway today, have a positive attitude, you can move forward beyond anything. And in a crisis, you really come out stronger ahead, find out that you will be a better business later. And so again, I want to say congratulations. And Ms. Dr. Pendergrass, would you like to add anything?
It's just been an honor to work with the Chili Pot. I appreciate the work of our Small Business Development Center throughout this pandemic. It's been deeply appreciated by the community, and I'm just really proud of Monica and her team of what they've done with their business in our community.
For joining us. And Ms. Carmen Martinez, would you like to add anything before we sign off?
Yes, I'd like to congratulate Monica on her 5th year tomorrow. That's a great accomplishment. And also, one of the things she did not mention is that she has won the Mac and Cheese Festival 2 out of the 3 years, and number 4. So her flavors are amazing. If you have not been here, you are missing out. Thank you.
So everyone that wants mac and cheese and try to, for the chili pod, we invite everyone to go to Farmington and go see Monica, and congratulations to Monica. We're really proud of you, especially during this time. That's a really great accomplishment. And I really feel that you're a beacon of light and hope for other businesses just like you. And we just thank you for all your efforts and pulling through. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so while we sign off, thank you to the Chili Pod. Our next group, it looks like I'm getting a chat that they are ready to pop on. So our next is going to be from our SBDC in Silver City. And our client that we are celebrating today is Dark Sky New Mexico LLC. And I see that I do have one of, I think, Stephen Bloom, one of the owners. Larry Rosenberg is popping on. Hello, how are you? And
Very
these
well,
are owners. These are owners of Dark Sky New Mexico LLC, and I know we have some other people that are trying to hop on with you. I think we have Mario from the SBDC in Silver City that have assisted you, and I think we have also Mr. Hensley supposed to be coming on as well. So in the meantime, while we wait for them, I'd like to congratulate you guys for this Star Business Award. And Mario was wanting to get on so he could introduce you. But while we're waiting for him, can you tell me a little bit about Dark Sky New Mexico LLC? What is that all about? Tell us about it.
Okay. Thank you, Juliana. Really appreciate it. And we actually have prepared a presentation. And Larry, you want to put the presentation on the screen?
I thought it was up.
I do not see it.
You're going to have to share your screen at the bottom of your bottom, and you can share your screen, and then you have to unshare when we get you back.
Okay. I wanted to, I think it's important to have this up on the screen so you can see this. You know, a picture tells 1,000 words, as they say. So I think it's important to see this picture because it really says a lot about what Dark Sky New Mexico is all about. All the images you're going to see in this presentation were taken from our observatories in Animas, New Mexico. So what we do is we are a remote hosting service for astrophotographers. Okay, what does that mean? Well, we have observatories, and in those observatories, we can install telescopes and other astronomy equipment for astronomers, and we also give them a code, and when they plug in the code, they can open the roof from anywhere in the world, and they can start to position their telescopes, and they can start gazing in the skies and taking pictures. Okay.
Stephen, do we want to have Mario jump in for a second before we get started?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Sorry, I didn't want to get out of order.
It doesn't look like Mario can hear us.
Mario, can you hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome again. And this is, I'd like to introduce Mario, our Silver City business advisor from Western New Mexico University. And we have Senator Diamond waiting to hop on. So I am going to hop off. And Mario, I'd like to introduce your clients and then continue with your presentation. And I will hop off for now.
Well, thank you very much, Ms. Barbie. Honored senators, representatives, committee members, and citizens, good morning. I apologize for the little bit of technical difficulties we had a moment ago, but it looks like we have everything straightened out now. Our Small Business Development Center at Western New Mexico University was successful this year in our mission to assist businesses in all communities in our service area. Our center serves a 4-county region, including Grant, Luna, Catron, and Hidalgo counties. All are rural counties and certainly in need of any kind of economic stimulus that they can receive. And we're pleased to offer our range of free services and management assistance to the entrepreneurs who are bringing jobs and services to these rural communities. And we have considered several clients for this year's Star Business selection, and the choice was not easy. On behalf of Western New Mexico University President Dr. Joseph Shepard and our staff, I thank each of our clients for their dedication and hard work in this past year. I would also like to thank our State Director, Russell Wyrick, Ms. Juliana Barbie, who's been assisting with these virtual Roundhouse presentations, and our Associate State Directors, Adrian Gallegos and Martin Contreras, for their loyal support and advocacy. I've been assisting small businesses my entire career. And through my past as a commercial lender and with 14 years as a SBDC advisor, every once in a while, I've come across a business where I think, wow, that is really cool. Entrepreneurs are a special breed. The best assemble resources to satisfy other needs. Many times there's a unique group of people who come together to make a business happen. We're proud to say that this year's Star Business for the Silver City Small Business Development Center, hosted by Western New Mexico University, hits on all those attributes. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce the nominee for our Star Business, which is based in Animas in Hidalgo County. Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Sky New Mexico, LLC. And here to introduce the owners of Dark Sky New Mexico is our newly elected senator for the 35th District, the Honorable Senator Crystal Diamond. I know the senator was nearby. I saw her a while ago. Well, while we're waiting, I guess I'll go ahead and introduce the owners of Dark Sky New Mexico. First, we have Stephen Blum. We also have Larry Rosenberg. And apparently, due to technical difficulties right now, we also have another member who apparently is still backstage, Michael Hensley and his wife, Diana, who are on site down there in Animas.
Thank you, Mario. And hello to everybody. This is Stephen Blum. And should we get started? Or
yes, please go ahead, Stephen. Show them all about Dark Sky. I know that, you know, when I do this work, I'm supposed to be held in confidence. In fact, I am held in confidence. And this is a really exciting business. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to let you see this short presentation that will give you an idea of something that's going on in a very rural community where you'll say, wow, I didn't know that was there. Take it, Stephen.
Thank you very much, Mario. And welcome to Dark Sky, New Mexico, everybody. Larry, could you go back to the first image for a second? Okay, so you're going to see some really cool images, and all these images were taken from our site in Animas, New Mexico. Okay, next slide, please, Larry. Okay, so every good business has to have a good team, and Mario introduced us. My name is Stephen. I do a lot of the marketing and legal work for the company, and Larry does a lot of the financial and business operations work. And I guess Diana and Michael are not on the set, but they're the boots on the ground. They actually live at the facility in Animas, and they're really responsible for taking care of the day-to-day operations, and they've done just a terrific job. I think it's really important to point out that I mean, there are many, many precious assets and resources in New Mexico, but the skies are an incredibly precious resource. Particularly the southwestern part of New Mexico have some of the best skies for stargazing and sky gazing in the world. In fact, they're considered to be, depending on who you ask, either number one, number two, or number three. So, and that's pretty amazing. Why is that? Well, number one, there was a little bit of elevation to start with. Number two, there's in the rural areas like Animas, there's virtually no light pollution. And number three, and this is maybe the most important, we're blessed in southwestern New Mexico with 320 nights per year of cloudless nights where you can actually view the stars and just view them really, really well. So what do we do? Okay, so there are astronomers from all over the world who don't have the benefit of having the wonderful skies that we have in New Mexico, and they want to have a place where they can get the best access to the skies possible. So what we do is we provide these observatories, and you can see them in the picture right here. And this is a building that has a roof that rolls off. Okay, so the astronomers we mount their telescope. Here's one right here, and in one of our observatories, and we give them a code, and at night they can actually, using the code, they can have the roof roll off so that they have access to the sky. Then they can control their telescope from anywhere in the world using their computers, and they can start gazing the skies and or taking pictures. So what we do is we provide the building, we provide electricity, we provide a fiber optic internet, and we provide an exceedingly high level of customer service that makes us a tremendous community of astronomers. And I will tell you that we have astronomers literally from all over the world, from places as far as Korea, using our sites, and they've all feel very comfortable having using our facilities in southeastern New Mexico. Next slide, please, Aaron. Okay, so we got into this business about 5 years ago. We took the business over. We saw an opportunity because there was somebody who was running the business who didn't quite have the management skills, and we thought that we could really, using a combination of rebuilding the infrastructure and providing top-notch customer service, that we could take what was there and really turn it around. So we had 17 astronomers when we took it over. We were on the verge of losing most of them. And not only did we keep all 17 astronomers, but now we have over 35 astronomers using the facility. So we've greatly improved the infrastructure. We've really beefed up our internet services. And that's really, really important because as a remote astrophotographer, you want to be able to get high-speed internet so you can upload and download very, very quickly. So we really have a competitive edge when it comes to that. And as I said, we've attracted some of the finest astronomers in the world. A couple of our astronomers have won Astronomer of the Year, Astrophotographer of the Year award. And you can see from the images why. We've also even recently have the National Science Foundation located one of their scopes on our site, and we have 2 universities using the site. So it's okay. So where do we go from here? Well, we're going to continue building observatories. We've just started building a new observatory that will house another 12 scopes, and we're also going to be subdividing a piece of our land and making 12 or 13 separate lots that we're actually going to build sites on and actually sell those so people can own their sites. So we're really greatly expanding our community. Okay, and one thing, going back to, we use the word remote. You could actually replace that with the word social distance. One of the things that has been very interesting about our business is that we've been able to actually thrive. In fact, we've done about 30% better this year than we did last year, in 2020 rather, because it is done remotely. You can observe the skies, as I said, from anywhere in the world, from your home. So this is an activity you can engage in without having to be around other people, without having to expose yourself to the threats from the pandemic, and which leads to the fact that our New Mexico skies, as I said, it's a precious resource, and it's really attracted a lot of tourists to New Mexico, to our part of New Mexico. We were very, very honored that recently we were chosen as one of the 8 places to visit in New Mexico because of our dark skies and because of what you can see from when you come there. We've attracted a lot of people who come to the area and spend money in the community, in the local communities. And we also actually, on our facilities, we do have some RV spaces for rent and some studio spaces for rent and other facilities for rent, so that people can actually come and spend some time enjoying that part of southwestern New Mexico. And we do have people who actually come and stay in our facility who aren't even astronomers. They just have heard about what a nice place it is and all the great things to see in that part of New Mexico. Okay, one of the things that we're very proud of is that we support the local community. We have a number of social events. Diana, who, as Mario said, for technical reasons can't be on, but she is a woman of Spanish descent. She's one of the owners. She's a 1/3 owner of the company, and she hosts Taco Tuesdays at least once a month. And I'm told she makes some of the best tacos in the world. And by the way, anytime you guys want to come down on a Tuesday, please, send her an email. She'll be happy to whip up some tacos for you. But where we gather people in the community to talk about astronomy and other issues, but mostly about astronomy. And they're really kind of social events. We've made a lot of friends in the area. We've gotten a lot of people together. And we've really, helped develop a real interest in astronomy in the local community, and not only in the local community, but even in greater New Mexico. We've had the local the TED Talks come down from New Mexico, and they loved it down there, and they did a short presentation about us. We've had articles about us in the Albuquerque papers, and so we've really brought about an awareness of astrotourism and remote astrophotography in New Mexico. And right now we're providing jobs for 5 people, both locally and remotely, and we're creating a lot of educational opportunities. We've sponsored events jointly with the likes of Astronomy Magazine and a number of other astronomy clubs, whether local or long distance. So we're really out there in the community trying to help bring awareness to all the wonders of the southwest New Mexico skies. And I want to finish by thanking people who've been extremely instrumental in helping us out, making this all happen. Our local partners, when we first got started, we didn't have access to local financing. But I contacted Mario about 2 years ago, and he has just been an absolute wonder to work with, helped us, guided us through the process of the SBA application, and we're very fortunate to work with First Savings Bank and the SBA. They provided a loan for us, which was exactly what we needed to help boost the business. And we've had a wonderful relationship with First Savings Bank and with SBA. And I will tell you, the Small Business Development Center, Mario is just unbelievable. As I said, he was there every step of the way while we were applying for the loan. But even since then, I feel like he's an advisor to the company, because we can just call him anytime we want, ask him a question. He's always available, and he's always got very, very good counsel. So thank you, Mario. Thank you to everybody who's participated in this. And that concludes the you're welcome to contact us. Go on our website, see some more beautiful pictures. We actually have probably thousands of images on the website. So.
Well, Stephen, thank you very much for your presentation. It was very informative, and I'm sure that many of the people in New Mexico were not aware that such a business was located down in the Boot Hill in Animas. So again, congratulations for being the star business for the Western New Mexico University Small Business Development Center. And we look forward to continuing to work with you and assisting you in the future, and look forward to great things happening down in the Boot Hill with your company down there.
Thank you very much. And I encourage anybody to come and visit the site, give us a little notice, and we'll make you very welcome. And I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
All right.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Audio. I think we're having a little bit of difficulty. I think the Senator Crystal Diamond was in the back. I saw her, but I'm not sure where she went. And I'm not sure what happened to also Stephen as well. But again, congratulations to Dark Sky New Mexico. And thank you, Mario, for everything you do for the SBDC and for helping such an amazing, amazing client. And every one of those pictures we saw, they could have been an art piece as well. So thank you, Mario. And
thank you very much, Juliana.
You're welcome. And so before we conclude, I'd like to just kind of wrap up today's conversation from our star businesses. Everyone that we heard, reignite the entrepreneurial mindset and overcome that fear and move forward. Keep going, keep serving, and keep growing. Also, it's really important to focus on what people need, and especially in the businesses that we saw today, and each one of them, they increased also the speed of decision making, and they reorganized and restructured priorities and capitalized on their strength, and most of all, chose a positive mindset. And at the end, to conclude with the beautiful skies of New Mexico was just an amazing. So thank you. New Mexico Small Business Development Center has personalized business experts. We're already here to help you. Give us a call. You can log on to nmsbdc.org or to the SBDC nearest you. And I hope you all make it a great day. Thank you. And thank you, Kathy.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Juliana. And I have to say, once again, I am not disappointed. Every Tuesday so far during the virtual Roundhouse, the Small Business Development Center has brought us a story of inspiration and has put the spotlight on just how amazing it is to run a business in New Mexico and all the resources that we have to access here for small businesses. And I'm going to be one of those. I'm going to be contacting the Dark Sky group and scheduling a visit down there. That is something I had no idea about. I've done the Dark Sky experience over outside of El Paso, down in the Fort Davis area, but didn't realize there was the same state. And it is just one of the many things that makes the beautiful skies of New Mexico a world-renowned experience. And so I'm looking forward to being able to experience that. And so once again, learning new things through the virtual Roundhouse. We are getting ready to transition to another great business resource. We're going to give him a minute to get backstage and get his presentation ready. But again, doing this virtual Roundhouse for the last few weeks, I've really been struck by how many amazing resources there are out there for businesses of all types, for businesses of all sizes, whether it's the Economic Development Department at the state, and so many of the trickle-down programs that they have, whether it's the Small Business Administration, and then, of course, we've been learning every week about the Small Business Development Center Network. And so I'm excited that here in a minute, you're going to get to hear from another resource, which is New Mexico Main Street. That is a group that I have learned about in the last, year and a half or so. I frequently have used them as a resource for when I'm doing research for something for the Hospitality Association, or when I am looking for information about economic development in the state. And I think, again, they're one of the jewels of New Mexico that the people that take advantage of it realize what an amazing resource it is, but so many businesses probably aren't aware of it. So I'm excited that this morning we are going to be able to hear from New Mexico Main Street and learn about the sort of services they're providing around the state. But before we switch over to that, I do want to take a minute to talk a little bit about what we have coming up through the rest of the day, because this is a very diverse day. We've got a lot of great information for you throughout the morning and through the lunch hour. We've got, as I said, New Mexico Main Street. We have coming up after that, we're going to hear from the New Mexico Oil and Gas Association. Everyone knows that oil and gas is the premier industry in New Mexico, and we didn't want this virtual Roundhouse to go past without letting our participants hear about what's happening in the oil and gas industry, what their legislative agenda looks like, and the kinds of issues that they're focusing on as we come out of 2020 and we start to look at economic recovery and rebuilding our businesses around the state. So that's going to be a great presentation. Then we're going to switch gears after that and hear from the New Mexico Child First Network, which, again, if you are familiar with their work and if you're on their email list, you know they are having a very, very busy legislative session. And so it's going to be great to hear from Marilyn and from Jason about some of the work and the programming that they are doing there. Then we are going to look again at Be Well New Mexico, because that's such an important issue for so many New Mexicans, and that's access to affordable health care. And as we discussed, I think it was 2 weeks ago with Be Well New Mexico, there is an extended enrollment period this year during 2021, and we want to make sure that as many New Mexicans as possible take advantage of that. So they're going to be talking about that extended enrollment period and letting people know how they can get signed up and get access to healthcare. And then to close out today's programming, this is an organization I am just starting to learn about, and I am excited that we have a chance to hear about the work they're doing, and that is the New Mexico Cannabis Chamber of Commerce. I'm sure you all realize that cannabis is one of the big issues during the legislative session, the legalization of cannabis, potentially for recreational use, and of course, there's the medical marijuana industry already in New Mexico. So I'm excited that we'll get a chance to hear about that as an industry and talk about what's going on around the state in relation to that industry and also what's happening in the legislative session. So again, we have a full day for you. So please stay with us. We are going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with New Mexico Main Street. So grab a cup of coffee and be back with us in about 3 or 4 minutes, and you will get to hear about the great work from New Mexico Main Street and then our other presenters today. So we will be back with you in just a few minutes.